Alright guys, we are back for another show. I'm here with two great friends of mine. We usually talk about football. Today it's slightly different. We've got the last Starbender versus Kelvin Gastelum. And we've got the big one. We've got the diamond. Or will it be blessed? Guys, welcome to the Sanderson Show. Alright guys, firstly, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Bro,
it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, no, it has been still.
We always talk about MMA.
I know,
We're making it happen on camera now.
Yeah, bro.
So guys, big one this weekend. We've got two interim title fights. We've got one at middleweight, we've got one at lightweight. We started the co-main event. Israel Adesanya,
No, that's my
the
boy.
last Starbender.
Yeah.
The last Starbender versus Kelvin Gastelum, who says he's on a mission for gold. He could achieve it this weekend.
It's time!
Guys, Matt, let me start with you. What are we saying? Who have you got?
Listen, Adesanya's my boy. Like, even the fight against Anderson Silva, I wouldn't even say was even his best fight, but like that because that's more his fight, his idol. That was very emotional for him.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna sound crazy. I think he even held back a bit. You know?
I do.
100%.
I think he didn't want to whack out Anderson. That's his idol.
Yeah. It's like us playing football with Gerard and we don't want to knock
Yeah,
him,
exactly.
do we? Like,
No, it's true, it's true. Or make man slip. Sorry, Steve, if you're watching. I'm a Liverpool fan. I take that back. But no, all jokes aside, I think Adesanya for me is a slight favourite.
Okay.
But you see Kevin Gastelum, he's a freaking tank and he's a problem.
Yeah.
And I do worry about takedown, and I do worry about him being so much physically imposing against Adesanya. The thing is, Adesanya, I think, is the more technical fighter. But Kevin Gastelum is one of those guys. He's like a walking fridge, bro. Like he can take punches.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm thinking about it now. If I've seen Adesanya take heavy punches, what's his chin made of?
Well, the only chance we got to maybe see that was when he fought Bronson.
Yeah.
But he just dealt with him so
destroyed
easily.
Yeah.
But that would have been a time to see if he could take a punch. Because
Yeah.
if he catches you,
do
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He'd feel
yeah.
it. But he just destroyed him. So
He
we
did.
didn't even see
Made
that.
it look easy.
Yeah.
No, he actually did.
Made it look
He
really
really
easy.
did. And it ain't easy. It is
No,
not
for real,
easy
for
to
real.
beat Bronson, I'm telling
Top
you.
10
He's
fight.
got do you know what it is? Adesanya's got the skills to beat him. He's got the skills, but I can't lie to him. I'm a little bit worried because I know how Gastelum he's craving for that title.
Yeah.
Well, he's been carrying it around.
Yeah.
Cejudo's title.
So yeah, for real.
Kevin should know better than to
He
do
should.
something like that.
Yeah.
But Adesanya's my guy, innit? Like
Yeah.
I think he has. I said he's got the tools to do it. Whether he'll do it
100%.
tonight, I don't know. But he's still my pick to do it. I think he's just got. There's a little bit more about him. I think the only again it's the ground. It's the ground. I cannot lie to you.
We don't know if he's got a good ground game because he's never had to
I
use
know
it.
because he's so good. His takedown defense is immaculate.
Yeah,
I cannot
it
lie
is.
to you. But eventually, someone is gonna get you down, and that's when you'll really see how good he is on the ground. Remember, everyone talks about stand up. It's the same thing with Conor McGregor. I know they're two different fighters, but everyone was like, "No, Conor McGregor's like heavy, like he can outbox people. He can." But I said to people, if you get this guy on the ground, it's a problem for Conor, you know, because I've seen
His ground game's terrible.
Listen, he nearly lost to my man, Jeremy Stevens.
Chad Mendes.
Sorry, Chad Mendes.
Yeah,
Sorry,
with the guillotine.
yeah, bro.
slipped
I'm not gonna
out.
lie to you. Conor did get kind of lucky.
Yeah.
So.
Oh
do you know
no,
what I'm
he's a superb wrestler though.
Yeah.
So like, it wasn't like any
True,
average guy.
true,
you know what I'm
true.
saying?
But no, I'm picking Adesanya for me personally. I don't know what you say.
Drifty, you saying?
I'm worried for him because you see the thing with Gastelum. What I'm hoping is that he can draw on his ego, and he can be like, yeah, but we know you can wrestle, but can you fight? Because Gastelum can be goaled into that.
Yeah.
The game plan will probably be to wrestle. But if you jab him a couple times and be like, you can't handle me in a stand-up, you can gold him into a fist fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same thing happened when he fought
Which one you think?
British guy.
Bisping.
Oh,
Bisping.
yeah, Bisping.
When he fought
yeah.
Bisping. Bisping can wrestle,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And he can do his thing, but he was just like, come we have a fist fight.
Yeah.
And obviously he got knocked out,
Yeah, he
which
did.
shows how dangerous Gastelum is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
But
saying?
he can hit hard.
But I'm
bro.
hoping that he can bring him into that world because that's the way he wins this fight. Like you said, if he doesn't get inside his head and he just thinks I'm just gonna take you down, we've never seen his ground game, but I'm worried it won't be good enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a tough one. So like, I look at this fight and you brought up a good point with Conor as well, because when Khabib knocked down Conor, the reason he knocked Conor down is because Conor was fearful of his wrestling.
100%.
Yes.
So if Gastelum can get Adesanya to a point where he's fearful of the takedown, he can land on Adesanya, and then it's a case of
No, it'd be game over.
Is your chin gonna hold up?
I don't think it can.
It's hard to
I
see.
genuinely reckon if he hits you properly, he knocks out every middleweight.
Maybe apart from Whittaker. Because we've seen
Whittaker can take a hit.
Whittaker's been battered
You know what?
by Romero.
Yeah, no,
real talk.
I don't know if Kelvin can knock out Romero. I don't think anything can knock out Romero.
Romero's not
Not
human,
people. I
bro.
don't think anything can knock out
That's when he's
Romero.
taking gorilla bangs, you know.
I don't think anything can knock him out.
Romero
is built different.
No, if
No,
someone said
different
to me, like, I can just flick a switch and you look like
That's
somebody,
him.
I'm picking him.
Yeah.
He's built like he was built.
Yeah.
You know what? Like literally, like Romero's something else.
It's like God was saying, "Oh, you not doubt me, yeah?
Yeah, I'll make this guy 41 years old. Looks
Here's
better
Joel.
than 20-year-olds.
Tell
Nah,
me I'm
it's
not
true.
real. Here's Joel. Here's one I made earlier." So yeah, but I'm looking forward to the fight. I mean, it's going to be interesting. So you've got you're going to go prediction.
Do you know what? I think
Can't sit on the fence, man.
I can't lie to you. I'm worried about Gastelum, you know,
Oh man.
because I'm worried if it goes down to the ground. I think it might be curtains for Adesanya, but I think Adesanya's got too much style and substance for Kevin, and I think, as you said, he might. If he lures him into a punching match, I think Adesanya will outbox him.
100%.
But the problem is, again, as you said, the takedown thing. For me, Gastelum's got that one punch knockout power, you know.
100%. That's what I'm worried
I think he has
about.
the most knockdowns, you know, in his division, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about
It's
that.
either him or Yoel.
Yeah. But as you said, prediction, I'm going for Adesanya, and I'm going for Adesanya TKO still.
Oh.
TKO. I think it'll just do it.
Drifty, what are you
Ah.
Just.
I've got to stick with my boy Adesanya. I have to. I refuse to. It's Nigerian time.
saying? Yeah.
It's Nigerian time
Yeah.
in the UFC.
Yeah,
It is.
it is.
I'm thinking there's at least 3 divisions just wrapped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nigerian champions. I can see it. I can
Yeah,
smell
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
At the end of 2019.
Yeah, I can smell it. So I've got to stick with him. But I have to be honest. The only way I see him winning this fight is by decision. I don't think he will knock Gastelum out. I don't know. I've seen him take bangs from harder punches.
Yeah.
Bisping hits way harder than Adesanya, and Gastelum took it. I've seen him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think he'll knock him out.
You're right. I agree with Bisping hits harder, but I think Adesanya is better at putting in accuracy and
That's
combos and speed.
That's
He's
true.
more like that paps you guys. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm hoping that he's gonna do. Because he's got that. It's just whether he has the confidence to not think about, as you said, the takedown, which could put him off his game, and he doesn't throw like the same amount of volume of punches that he normally would. So
Well, guys, I'm going to go against the grain. I want Adesanya to win, but I'm going Kelvin. Only because I know he trains with Uriah Hall, who's a brilliant striker as well, who's pretty much the same size and same dynamics as Adesanya. But as we said, the ground game, I see Kelvin being able to take him down. He's just quality on the ground as well. And as you said, we've not seen Adesanya on the ground. So I don't know if we can handle that.
I know, I'm worried for him. Man.
But guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. Is it going to be the last starbender, or is Kelvin Gastelum going to achieve his mission on the way to gold? Let us know in the comments below.
It's time!
Alright guys, we now move to the main event of the evening. Now, we all know the lightweight division has been in catastrophe since Conor won the belt from Eddie Alvarez back at UFC 205. Khabib's held it, jumped out of the ring and kicked someone in the crowd.
my team, bro.
And now we've got Dustin the Diamond Poirier, and we also have the Blessed Express, Max Holloway. Massive fight, a rematch from 7 years ago when Max made his UFC debut at the age of 20, which is crazy.
Mad, didn't it?
Crazy.
What were you doing when you were 20?
When I was 20, I was eating bun and cheese and I weren't in the UFC.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
No, it's true.
So,
Kicking ball and beating chicks,
Yeah.
bro. That was it.
That's if you're lucky as well. So, massive fight this weekend. Started with you last time, Matt. Drifty, I'll start with you this time. You're going with the Diamond or Blessed?
Blessed is my guy, man. He's my guy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, he's like top 3 favourites for me.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
He's that guy. He's absolutely dominated that featherweight division.
Yes.
I think it's unanimous that he's the best featherweight of all time. I know it sounds like a bit of an exaggeration, but if you destroy the man who dominated for 10 years, you're the man.
But Conor destroyed that same man in 13 seconds.
I was
He
gonna
did,
say.
but he never defended it. That's why we'll never
But he
know.
also destroyed Max as well.
But
He
that
did.
was 5 years ago.
True.
This Max ain't that
True.
Max.
It's
And
a different Max,
This is the
but-
thing. I'm not doubting Conor because Conor's my guy as well.
Mm.
But this Max right here, this Max right here, this Max
Nah,
right
nah,
here,
you got a point. You got a
this
point.
Max
Crazy,
ain't.
different. He's different.
Listen, when he was defending that title against Ortega, but remember we spoke about it. I was like, I'm so worried for Holloway right now.
Yeah.
Ortega's coming. He'll snap your neck standing up, sitting down,
Yeah.
lying down.
No, but
It don't matter what it
Ortega's
is,
serious,
bro.
yeah.
And the way he punched his face off, and that's what he did. He
Clinical.
actually punched his face off. Like, Ortega will never be the same again. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right,
Like,
yeah.
literally.
Mm.
After that day, I was like, I'm never going to doubt him again. Now, I'm never going to doubt him again. But he's moving up now, and this is a worry. I'll never doubt him again at featherweight.
Yeah.
I think he might need an adjustment period for lightweight. Jumping up is a big deal. People hit harder. They're stronger. You can't necessarily outwork people in the division that they're more used to being at because your stamina won't hold up straight away. Like, he can't just be the guy he is at featherweight now because he'll gas himself out. He's going to have more muscle on him now. Muscle needs more energy. It takes an adjustment period to deal with fighting at a higher weight.
Yeah.
I feel that Poirier is a very hard fight for your first fight at a higher weight. Like, it's a risk. It's a massive risk. So I got to go, well, we'll get to the predictions, but I'm worried for Holloway. But I think I got to back him. He's that guy. He's that dude. He just knows how to get it done, man. He just does. You know what I mean? Like, he's blessed, isn't it?
Boy.
Matt.
Boy, this is one thing I'll say. See Holloway's footwork, second to
Oh,
none.
it's phenomenal.
His footwork is crazy.
Salsa. It's salsa.
Listen, he's just too slick, I think, for Dustin.
Only bettered by Ferguson, I think.
Footwork.
Yeah, I think Ferguson's footwork might be the only footwork that's like.
I tell you who. Well, Dominic Cruz has got an argument. I would have said.
Ah.
I would have said
That's true.
TJ before he popped for steroids.
Yeah,
or whatever else.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
basically a clone of,
of Dominic Cruz.
I hear that.
Cruz
Yeah, I hear
anyway.
that still.
And then obviously Demetrius Mighty Mouse as well.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
he's no longer in the UFC. So
True. Listen, I worry for Max as well though because you know what's so mad? I looked at the first fight that they ever had again when Max made his debut, and don't get me wrong, like Max was popping us some shots, yeah, but Dustin just waited for that moment to take him down, and Max has obviously changed since then. But as you said, he's evolved. And I don't know if he's the greatest featherweight of all time, but he's different. He's definitely in the conversation. Easy, definitely.
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
He's definitely in the conversation. It's like
he's,
you'd have
he's
to.
a three in the conversation.
Yeah, like he's in the
Fair enough,
conversation.
I like that. He popped off his face twice though. Conor never had that second chance to prove it. Holloway was like, all right, we'll do it again then. He smacked him
No,
off again.
true.
Do you know what I'm
No,
saying?
I hear
Connor
that.
did roll through the division as well.
He
though.
did.
No,
he
he
kinda
did,
rolled
he
through
did,
it
he did,
still,
he
and
did,
he done
he
it in a
did.
mad
It's
amount
hard.
of
It's
time.
hard. You can make an argument for all
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
100%.
That's true.
But I think you can't underestimate Dustin because I think the thing is I was watching it, looking at some stats as well. See Dustin, he starts off very quick, then he starts to work you out, and it just worries me a little bit. You see Max obviously likes to throw a lot of combination punches because Max doesn't really have knockout power. Max will try and box you to death. Dustin's slightly different. He's a bit heavy-handed, and you can see him winding up. My worry is that I got this funny feeling Max is going to be a little bit too overconfident, you know. I'll be real with you. Because even though Max is he's kind of laid back and cool, but you see against Ortega, I think he kind of knew that. I gave him that work. I know he can't touch me after the first couple of minutes. Whereas I kind of feel like if he does that to Dustin, I think Dustin will catch him.
Yeah, Poirier is never out of the fight.
Yeah,
Unless you knock him
never.
out, he's never out
And
of the
he
fight.
can take.
Apart from when he fought McGregor.
Yeah,
Conor
Conor knocked him out, innit?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Conor
Conor
put
though.
him to
Conor,
sleep.
bro, let's be real.
But the punch wasn't even clean.
No, but bro, let's
Conor's
be.
got mad power.
Connor's got. Connor's
does.
power compared to Max.
He
I'll
does,
be
but
real.
when man brushes the top of your head, I don't expect you to crumble like to use Callum's word, like flipping thing from Toy Story. You know what I'm saying? Like Woody. He actually crumbled like Woody. Man got a top of the and he just crumbled, bro. I was like, hold on, what's going on
No,
here?
I know. But obviously things have happened since then.
Yeah,
Like,
they
you
have,
can't-
they have.
I think both fighters have evolved, and I think Dustin is going to cause Max more problems than I think people expect. I think because people are remembering Max when he beat Ortega, they just think he's just going to blast man to death.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be the case. And Dustin, you got to remember something. Dustin, ground game, bro.
He's very
Remember, he
good.
beat Max on the ground, and I
It's
guarantee
the only way
you,
Max has lost.
yeah,
On the ground.
and you know that's what he's going to try and do because he knows Max can outmaneuver him. I think he knows Max can even outpunch him. But when it comes to power and ground game, I think Dustin is going to cause problems. What do you say?
Alright, Max for me is definitely top 5 of my favourite fighters. Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Footwork's phenomenal, hand speed's phenomenal, like he's got everything in it. But as you said, the ground game scares me. And Poirier, as we were saying with the stats, Poirier starts off extremely fast. But Max, where Max could basically close that gap is Max starts off slightly slower. As he goes through the rounds, he actually increases his volume of output, which is crazy.
Yeah, that
It's
is
crazy.
nuts.
So if Dustin starts here and Max starts here, by the 3rd round, they could be like that. By the 5th round, if it goes that far, it could be there. So if Max can stay in the fight and keep it competitive for the first 2 rounds, from the 3rd round, he could completely take over and dominate.
Yeah.
However, with Dustin, he's got a no-die attitude. Like the Gaethje fight, the guy was getting his legs kicked off.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Kicked
And that guy
off.
can kick, bro.
Gaethje kicks hard.
Bro.
Because if you look at Gaethje, Barboza didn't really want to engage with leg kicks.
He
Gaethje-
out-kicked Barboza.
He out-kicked
Which
I
is
was
mad.
so shocked.
mental.
You know when you feel
So
a man's
shocked.
power, blood.
Yeah, you
He
have-
just felt that kick and thought, I don't want it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't want to get involved
It's
in
not
this.
worth
Like,
it.
I know I can hit
and
hard.
the thing is, but he actually was kicking back with the anger of how dare you be harder at kicking than me.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, in case you would
Yeah.
him and he'd be like, the fuck you kicking?
yeah,
bro?"
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like,
You are.
yeah, like,
Yeah, like,
I'm
you
the
are.
kicker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Gaethje was like, nah, brother.
Nice. So, and Poirier got through that.
Mm.
The Eddie Alvarez fight, he went through war in that.
Mm.
But again, him going through the wars, is it going to be good for him against someone like Max, who will punch your face
No,
off?
it did.
And Max's accuracy is stupid.
Nah, it is.
When he throws punches, he's landing.
Yeah.
So it's not a case of him just throwing just for feelers.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
saying, he's seen the target. He's saying, "Oh, you're standing there, yeah? All right, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you get for standing there. Oh,
Yeah.
you're moving there, yeah? Cut off the angle. Boom, 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 boom."
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah,
it's crazy what he does. It's just that him, as you said, moving up, carrying extra weight, and then fighting a fighter who's used to carrying the extra weight.
who's
I think-
warned him because he made the same transition and he
Exactly.
said it real. It took
Yeah,
me 3 or 4
yeah.
fights to get used to fighting it
Exactly.
this way.
For real.
Now you're coming into a title fight
It's tough.
with your first fight at that weight. I mean, we don't know. Maybe he fights at that weight in the gym and stuff, but like
Yeah.
competitively,
It's
Yeah.
different.
it's different. It's totally different.
100%. 100%.
You know what I mean?
And it's weird because obviously we've had this conversation about greatest featherweight, and obviously Dustin fought at 45 and he was pretty poor at 45.
But I had no respect for him.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I had no
I kind of
respect
thought he was
for
dead.
him.
I'd be
Yeah,
real.
and then
He
you
was
see him
like-
at 55. So
different. Yeah.
could it work the same with Max? Could Max be this great at 45
But then.
and step up again at 55? Because if that happens, then
If
it's
that-
only Ferguson and Khabib who was staying in the ring with him
Yeah.
and giving him a fight.
Yeah. For
Because
real.
he beats all the others. If that's the case, right now, him and Conor fight, I don't see Conor having a chance in beating Max.
Oh,
right
serious.
now, right
serious,
now,
serious.
because
No.
Conor built himself up on having a lot of fights and activity. Conor, when he's active, is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
Conor,
yeah,
when he's having one fight every 2 years or one
Yeah,
fight a
yeah,
year,
No,
it's
you're
true.
right.
It doesn't
against,
work.
in that
against
regard,
Max,
yeah.
against Max, who's going to increase volume. When we know
Yeah.
Conor's cardio depreciates after a certain amount of rounds.
Alright, that's the only thing missing
horrible.
for me.
He needs that.
He's
cut.
like the beginner level of a story mode.
Yeah.
You know when you're doing a story mode
Yeah.
and your stamina bar is just gone after a couple quick bangs. That's let's
Yeah.
be real. That's Conor.
That is
Like
Conor.
Connor's got no
He's got
stamina.
no gas tank.
No
And if you're
stamina.
in there with Max, you
Yeah,
do
I
not
can't lie.
want to run out of cardio.
That's the worst.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
That's
bruv.
the worst place
Bruv,
in
he
the
gets
world.
confidence from seeing you like looking like you're about to gas out,
Yeah,
bro.
it just
Because
looks
that's
at
when
you
he's
like-
like, okay, you're gassing, yeah. Watch what I'm gonna do to you now. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pop, bruv. I wouldn't even say Ortega got tired. He just saw his face and thought, I like the look of your face right now. I'm gonna keep damaging that
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Bruv, the way
He
he
did
was,
get tired.
bruv.
He got tired of being punched in
punch
the
the
face.
face. Bruv, I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually kind of felt like the referee should have just said like, no. Bruv,
Yeah.
he looked like half of his lip was hanging. Bruv,
Yeah.
Ortega looked like a steak, bruv.
I told you.
But he's a warrior.
I've seen him.
He's a
once.
warrior
He kind of
still.
looks alright, but
He's
I
a
thought
warrior.
he weren't gonna look the same.
No. He
It's gonna
recovered
be
from that.
It's
still.
going to be interesting to see how he comes back. But in terms of Max being greatest featherweight, I think if he beats Edgar, if they fight at featherweight and he beats Edgar, and then Zabit,
He'll bad up Edgar, you know.
Edgar's a G. You know?
No, but do you know what? I say, as good as Edgar is, I don't think,
Edgar's got a fantastic wrestling and top game as well.
bro.
He does, but he even got dismantled by Aldo after Aldo got knocked out.
I was just gonna say.
Do you know-
Would you say he got dismantled or just outpointed though?
Alright, maybe dismantled's a bit harsh, but he got batted up. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I watched that fight, and at no point did he look like he was ever gonna
Like
come
Frankie's
back
all
into
about
the
like movement and that, but I just
Yeah.
kind of feel like as years gone by, he's
Slowed
not
down
necessarily
a little
slowed
bit,
down
yeah.
a touch, and that little bit of like speed that you have,
Is
or that like,
Zabit is the problem.
Zabit.
alright,
is
bruv,
an issue.
he's a problem for everyone.
You know he's actually Habib with stand up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bruv, 100%.
That's the worst thing you could ever
Bruv,
fight.
that guy don't fear no one.
When I
bruv.
saw him trap the guy's limbs and then stretch out his leg, I said, raw. I just trapped his other limbs and said, that's the leg, yeah? We're going to see how you stretch now. We're gonna see how you
I don't
stretch
know
now.
what them man there do, yeah, where they're from,
Mm.
but it's not
Different.
human.
Bruv, it's different, bruv.
It's not human. Is it Dagestan, yeah?
Yeah,
Dagestan.
He's from Dagestan as well, right?
Yeah.
Bro, whatever they do in Dagestan,
It's crazy.
it's not normal, bro.
Bruv,
Because them man they're producing, like, do you remember that film, Universal Soldier?
Yeah.
Back in the day, it's like them man there just producing Universal Soldiers, but without the ting, bro. Like,
Yeah.
they don't need the ting.
They don't
like,
need it.
They
Bruv,
don't. Yeah,
that man
Zabib
there
is
different.
bruv. He's just scary, bruv.
Yeah, he is. They're
Like he's a
scary.
problem.
Yeah. Massive.
Like no one don't want to fight him. You know? I'll be real.
No.
with you. Don't take that fight if you're smart. You don't take that
don't
fight.
need to.
No.
But if Max can beat those two, then for me, undisputed greatest.
Do you think Max can beat him?
As a beat, I don't know.
Is he gonna hang around long enough to do that? Though?
Well, he said he wants to stick around and defend both
Oh,
titles.
okay.
And although Conor did say it, I believe Max when he actually says it.
Yeah. I think Conor, when he says something, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Conor, I think because of all the money now and all the things he's got going on,
He doesn't have to commit to it.
even outside of the UFC, I think he's a bit preoccupied, and I do think if he does fight again, he only maybe fight like 2 or 3 more fights, and I think he's done personally.
I don't think.
I wouldn't be surprised if he don't come back.
The
to me.
only way I think we'll see him competing competitively is if Molinari can keep golding him until he's like, all right, let's just have a boxing
Wasn't
fight.
bet, but Paulie Malignaggi's doing the whole bare knuckle thing.
Yeah, with
Is that what he's doing?
yeah,
Yeah,
with
Artem.
Artem,
So-
Was that Molinari in that?
No.
No,
but
no,
the next
no.
fight should.
Oh,
be
I was
Artem.
going to
yeah,
say, I was like,
no.
how did I not notice that?
I'm not gonna lie, I think Artem blows.
I'm sorry,
Well,
but
not blows my
Molinari really shouldn't be doing bare knuckle boxing.
No,
Shouldn't.
I watched his last couple of fights,
Yeah.
and he was getting battered with gloves on.
Bro,
But he was getting battered by boxers, professional boxers.
True.
Artem's not a professional boxer.
He's not.
Yeah,
but do you wanna
still.
know something? I know we're kind of going off subject here, but
No,
you
no,
see,
go for it.
you see, when I saw the sparring of Malignaggi and Conor,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even want to be bad mind to Paulie, yeah. But if
Yeah.
you're getting worked, by Conor,
Yeah.
and
No,
Conor
no,
not even a
let's be
boxer.
real.
We don't.
Mayweather,
No.
not Mayweather, schooled Conor. So we're thinking we can take away Conor's respect as a boxer. That's the greatest
Yeah.
of all time.
No, I hear that. But
As
Conor's
a striker, Conor is a don. So if you take away being Mayweather, you can get punch up by Conor. Do you know what I'm
natural boxer.
But he's old.
I'm
slower now.
Yeah, I know,
retired,
but that's what I'm saying. Going by what I saw of the footage, he should be fighting, bro. Like, there's one where, like, Conor had his hand behind his back, and I just thought,
you knew Molinari
bro.
was getting too old because his foot space just keeps getting wider and wider, and that's when you're compensating.
Yeah, because you're plotting.
You're plotting. Like, literally, in his last fight, I think the last fight I saw him have was against Garcia. And I swear for the whole fight, he looked like one of those toy soldiers back in the day that's stuck in that position like
the
that.
thing with the green
Yeah.
one.
Do you remember that? He was like that, bro. Like his legs were so far apart. It was like, bro, are you even struggling to balance right now? Like, what is
That's
going
coming in
on?
with a Wonder Boy start.
It was worse than that, bro. So, like, for me, I don't really think Molinari should be like fighting anyone.
I don't think he's fighting either, but I think he's done.
Back to the main point. I think Poirier gets him down, he wins. I think if it stays on the feet, Max wins.
I have to agree. I think if it goes on the ground, I think Max is in serious trouble, you know. Like, but the thing is, Max's takedown defense was actually quite impressive against Ortega.
Yeah,
so,
very good.
is he gonna frustrate Poirier? Because this is the thing, people just think it's not as easy as like just saying Poirier gets him down, like that's it.
Yeah.
Can he even get him down? Because I was quite surprised. Yeah, I was surprised Ortega can keep him down. When you think about how good Ortega's been, so I don't.
He was surprised. And
I'm out to sit on
I
the
think
fence,
the thing that's the thing that's in Max's favour is that Poirier won't only be trying to take him down. He loves a punch up himself.
Yeah, he does.
So Max won't literally be like if you're fighting like Khabib and you know the only thing he's just waiting for is to take you down. Poirier will have a 5-round punch up. He will. Do you know what I'm saying? And that might help. You know what I mean? Just the same with the Gastelum and thingy. It might help. It might be like, let's just have a punch up, bro. Let's see if you can outbox me.
Yeah.
And he'll probably be like, yeah, all right, fuck it. And then maybe after 3 rounds of getting his face punched, he'll be like, no, I'm going to take it to the ground now. But he might be too tired by then. Do you know what I mean? So knows?
Obviously, the prize of winning this fight between these two will be Khabib. Do you think either of those two have a chance of beating Khabib?
Well, the welterweight that's fighting at lightweight.
The man that's been mauling bears since he was like 7 years
the man
old.
who has grizzly bears running away from him.
I'm not gonna lie. I've said this from jump, especially the 2 times he failed to make the weight.
I know you're gonna say.
Convincingly failed to make the weight as well. Not a little bit.
Yeah,
he was hospitalised trying to make the weight.
yeah.
Habib shouldn't be fighting at lightweight. I know he can do what he wants, but when he walks in that ring, he must be at least 170.
Easily.
Yeah,
at
of
least
course.
170.
I'd probably go as far as saying about 180.
So that means that he's actually stepping in the ring as a middleweight in a division where he's supposed to be 155.
I'm not gonna lie. When he stood next to Conor, I was like, right. There's actually like a quite big difference in terms of like physique. I was like,
frame.
The
bro.
time I really noticed it was when he fought Barboza, and I watched him and I thought, there's no way this guy should be fighting in this division.
He walked through Barboza.
He shouldn't be. Like he was so much bigger than Barboza. Barboza's kicks were like tickling.
Yeah.
It was he shouldn't be allowed to fight at lightweight, man. This guy's a welterweight, man.
You can say that about Mosa, because remember Woodley cuts from about 200 pounds to get to 170.
He does.
Yeah,
he does.
That's a good
but
point.
But when he's
actually.
fighting at welterweight, he doesn't look like a swollen welterweight, though. That's the thing.
True.
Habib, you can blatantly tell he's too big for the division. Do you know what I mean? So I think he beats anybody in lightweight because he's not meant to be in lightweight.
Ferguson.
You think? I was gonna say.
I still listen. Ferguson's head ain't right now, so we don't even know if really.
If Ferguson was.
Although he did put out a tweet the other day saying he's ready.
Yeah.
But
obviously,
sorry.
God
I don't
willing,
think he should be
everything's
allowed
right.
to fight.
God willing, everything's right with him, and if he is able to come back in obviously in the right, I want it to be them two because I've always said from day one. I said it's not even Conor that would. Even before Conor fought him, I said, do you know the person that will give him the most problems? It's Ferguson.
Yeah,
but Ferguson's a mad. Not madman, but like he's just. He's just different.
I don't mean to be disrespectful of him because mental health is a very serious situation.
Yeah, of course.
So it's going to sound like I'm joking, but I'm not. But if you are driving down the motorway and man is so gone that he jumps out a moving car because he says people are after him and breezes across a busy intersection, jumps over, don't even know how high the drop is, and dusses out, and man's wife is just like, what happened? I don't think that person will ever be right again to actually get in a combat ring. Like, I don't think he should. He can
True.
tell you he's better all he wants. When you're that gone, I don't think you should be allowed in a sport where you get hit in the head. I don't think.
No, I
should
hear
be
that. That's
allowed
why
to
I
fight
said
again.
God with everything's right.
And
Obviously,
I'd
we
love
don't
to
know.
watch
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you got to think about his health.
Yeah, I agree.
No, 100%.
You got to think
Only
about
come
his
back.
health. He can't be taking punches in the head if he's already gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't. You know, he may never come back ever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
we hope he does, though.
we
Yeah,
do.
I
We
hope
do.
so. I
We
really
do.
hope so.
What you say is very valid.
Nah,
His
it's
health,
true.
his health comes first.
100%.
So
You know what I mean? So.
it's gonna be interesting. Loving a lightweight division. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
Really has
as
been.
always,
man,
Cool,
bro.
cool.
Guys, please do check out their YouTube channel, the Football Banter Show. If you love football, you'll love the show. Honestly, I love watching it all the time. Please do tune in. Please like and subscribe their stuff as well. And until next time, guys, I'll see you after UFC. Well, thank you very much for watching the Sanderson Show.